You're listening to the Talking Shrimpers podcast, sponsored by Surgical Holdings.
Welcome to TSP. I'm your host, Sensei Phil, and who have we got with us? We got Charlie tonight, we got Finn, Emily's back, and we've got our brand new co-host, Katie. Coming up, Slavy Slams in the winner at Yeovil. Reaction shortly. Let's check in with our co-host. First of all, want to express a huge thank you to Chloe, who's a big part of the team. She's gone off now, or getting ready to go off on her travels. Not jealous at all. Looking outside, no sunshine. Really not jealous at all, are we? Although it will be me in a few weeks. So I can't moan, really. Yeah, so Katie, ready for the challenge?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I've got big shoes to fill for Chloe.
You have?
Yeah, looking forward to the challenge.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll be fine. I know you like a challenge, so yeah. I've seen you. You put a few good tackles in, so I'm sure you'll be absolutely fine. Let's start with Finn. Finn, how's your week been?
Yeah, good, thanks. Nice chill weekend, celebrating another birthday in the family with my girlfriend's auntie.
This boy's got so many birthdays in the family, hasn't he? Yeah. You're in the royal family, Finn.
Yeah, but yes, a nice time away. Tomorrow I'm going to Wales, so be nice. Just going for a day to watch Wales versus North Macedonia with my mate.
Wow!
And so it's been a nice few days, really.
Awesome. Charlie?
Yeah, I would love to say that I've had like a really, really exciting week and got lots to tell you about. But unfortunately, it's just been work for me all week. So nothing too exciting. I'm unfortunately not able to go to the Yeovil game, which obviously we'll talk about later. But for me, yeah, it's just a busy week of work. Looking forward to the rest, to be honest.
Emily, welcome back. You've had a bit of flu, I hear. How you doing now?
It actually fell during the half term, which wasn't ideal.
Right, that's typical.
Yeah, back to work. With obviously after half term, so it's nice to see all of our my students, that are engaging with finally something that I actually talk about. So it's the first time they've actually.
That's good,
me.
Brilliant.
So if you're listening to this, bring your PE kit.
Yeah, indeed. Don't forget your PE kit. Yeah. Yeah. What do you make them do if they do forget the PE kit?
So no, we obviously have our sanctions.
Get lines
stuff,
or something.
I think we should. Yeah, I think we maybe should make up some like forfeits or something if they don't bring their PE kit.
Yeah, I mean the days of just doing it in your pants and vest are probably long gone now, aren't they? In primary school, that's what we used to have to
do. Yeah, I would have thought so.
Go in the lost property bin and find something.
Whatever's in there, yeah. Well, no, we also had a heated debate actually in my BTEC lesson today about whether Newcastle or West Ham were a bigger football club. I'm obviously biased and said that West Ham were a bigger football club.
Oh, seriously, she's definitely not well, is she?
Oh,
she's definitely not.
Debate,
Emily, get to the doctors. Well, yeah, I had man flu the other week. The good news is man flu is a lot worse than woman flu, so hopefully you're not too bad. That's it. Have a couple of
Yeah, it's good to see you back, Phil. We was worried. It's been touch and go at one point.
Welcome back. What did I do? Obviously we were at Yeovil, so I couldn't get there off my jiu-jitsu class. So I went off to see Zach Brunt play at Boreham because it was his birthday. Today actually is his birthday. So yeah, happy birthday, Zach. Caught up with him and Benno as well, John Benton. Had a good chat with him. Good lad, former Southend boy. We had a good chat about Southend, so it was nice to see him. Really interesting. After the game, the players at Boreham, they have to go for a drink in the bar with like the fans and stuff. And they have karaoke as well. And a few of them do have to join in and stuff. Zach was trying to hide from the mic. He weren't having any of it. But funny enough, the Tamworth players joined as well. And one of them was like, yeah, I'll do it. It was straight up there. So, good bunch of lads, actually, Tamworth. So that was Saturday. I was furiously on my phone looking at the Southend score going, this is 0-0, this is 0-0. And then, as we know, we got a late winner. So worked out brilliant. And obviously Boreham lost, so which was great for us as well. And then obviously saw the boxing on Saturday night. And last night went to see Michael Jackson tribute at Cliff. So it's been a busy weekend, really. Really busy weekend. But yeah, right. Let's get some reactions. So, as I said, late goal again. Charlie, Slavy from the bench. Kev's got a habit of getting players off the bench and getting late goals, hasn't he? Done it again.
Yeah. I literally was just about to say, it's not a bad habit to have, is it? When
No.
you're banging in late goals for winners and getting points on the board. So it's not a bad problem to have. I mean, yeah, you'd like it sort of wrapped up a bit sooner than leaving it to last knock-ins. But again, Kev, as you said, the substitutions are making an impact in these games where we are potentially, sometimes struggling to break down teams, and we need that sort of extra bit of energy for the last sort of 15, 20 minutes to get, sort of unlock the key really, to get through the door to finally get that chance and that goal. And I say I sort of listened to it online and watched a little bit here and there where I could. But one thing I was really impressed with was that goal. I mean, the first half, listen to it, it didn't sound like it was probably one of our better games. It did sound. We had that early chance with Dallas, which on his own account probably should be hitting the back of the net with really, but he obviously just dragged it just wide. Other than that, I don't think there was too many more clear cut chances. Going into the second half, I think it was Walker that had that point blank sort of header, really good save actually from the keeper. And the keeper, the second half we did play better. We created a lot more chances. Their keeper made, quite a lot of saves, good saves, and I think he got man of the match, which really kind of says it all, really.
Yeah.
But what impressed me was leading up to our goal, Keenan on that touchline. Like, there's a lot of times where you may have seen it before, where you're running into players, but his natural instinct was to pick the ball up. He sort of turned his man, took him on, and then fed it in. Was it, I think, into Leon? I think it was, who then obviously into Dallas, who had the shot, which fell kindly for Slavy. And like we say, Slavy's just. He's one of those players that's got the knack of just being in the right place at the right time, hasn't he? We've said it before, where balls don't really seem to be falling for us in the 6-yard box now. However, when he seems to be playing, he's always making a knack for being there at the right time. And it's not one of the goals that's going to go down in the history books, but it's an important goal that just, especially off the back of the game against Carlisle, where we played really, really well and didn't come away with anything, to grind, probably not our better performance, but to still get a result out of it. I think it just shows the depth of the squad that we've got.
Yeah. Finn, we joked about Slavy, he's getting 20, 25 goals. But I think if we keep him fit, he's looking to play, isn't he? He's on 6 now. If we can keep him fit, definitely that 10, 15 looks on target. And what I like about him, he's scoring all sorts of different goals. He can run at players, pick a shot off, get on the end of headers. He's following up now in the 6-yard box. He is looking a really good player at this level.
Yeah, absolutely. I think when he first joined, and I think it was in pre-season potentially, maybe in the draw against Slough and the Luton game, I want to say. I think I looked at him and I thought, if I'm completely brutally honest, I thought he looked a little bit off there. And I know obviously it's pre-season and, you can't really judge a player off pre-season, but you think, he was throwing himself to the ground quite a lot and it's kind of looked like he was struggling a little bit. But I think as the season's gone on, I mean, he just looks like a different player, if I'm completely honest. He looks really quick on his feet. He's not a small guy, but he's very quick on his feet, I think, and he's a very technical player. And yeah, he's impressed me a lot, to be honest, and I think he's a fantastic player to have in around the team.
Well, it was a great build-up for the goal. Charlie mentioned Keenan. Leon, great little sliding ball for Dallas, who's always there or thereabouts, and then obviously Slavy followed up. Yeah, really, really good work goal. I don't know if you saw, we talked last week about arrogance, from scoring. I don't know if you saw Goody, Big Ben Goodliff, getting in the face of the goalkeeper. Yeah. It was absolutely brilliant.
That was brilliant.
I was all for that.
Yeah, I don't know if he listened to the podcast and thought, I'm gonna do that, but
we'll have more of that. Love it.
We're claiming it.
Yeah,
exactly.
About players being too nice, and I think that's exactly what we need. A bit of a something house, and a player who's gonna really stick it on them. And yeah, I love that. I thought that was brilliant. And what you said about Keenan and Leon there, I think they just, from what I heard, because I couldn't watch too much of the game, but I've spoken to my dad who did watch it, and from what I've heard, it sounds like Keenan and Leon coming on was, and Spazov was
brought a bit of energy.
Changed the game, and I think Yeovil were really breaking us on the counter. Apparently, they were lightning quick on the counter and really breaking us. But I think when you add them in, suddenly we are the ones breaking them because they're such direct attacking, quick players.
Very similar to Brackley, wasn't it?
Yeah, and I think they work really well together, Leon and Keenan as well, because they're quite different in frame and stature, but they're both really creative. And I think where where Leon perhaps isn't quite as defensive, I think Keenan then makes up for it. So I feel like they're quite a strong kind of duo in the midfield. I would like to see them start together, if I'm honest.
So talking about the arrogance of Goody, let's bring the ladies in. Emily, Katie, who's the nasty girl in the ladies' team? Who would do that?
I don't know. I really don't know. I don't like.
Probably you, Perts.
Yeah, to be honest, I was going to say me. I think back in my Black Star playing days, 100%. I was always a bit of a give it in the ears of the fullbacks. I used to love it, but I think like we say, I know the picture you're talking about with Goody. It's just nice to see a bit of passion and despite the fact he's come from Cole U, it's nice that obviously he's taken it by the scruff of the neck. He's played football and get this football club back up to where it needs to be, and I think that's, as fans, what we want to see. So it's positive. Yeah.
So Katie, you play right back. Is that correct?
Yeah, I've been a bit all over the place this season at the minute. My position is right back.
I've seen you do like to put a bit of a tackle in. What do you think of Goody since he's signed for us?
I think he's been a good signing. I think it's just an opportunity to strengthen the squad, to be fair. Have other options, make people fight for their place as well, to be fair.
Yeah, he's a good player for us. As we said, Charlie, didn't we? Both ends. He's there or thereabouts, causing havoc in the opposition box. Long way to continue. So late winner again. I thought it looked like it was going to be another 0-0, which would have been the worst thing for the fans, probably travelling all that way. And then it just changes so quickly, doesn't it? One goal, 1 second can just change your whole journey home. And the Southend fans would have been really happy with that.
Yeah,
Charlie?
no, you're right. They would have been because it's a long old slog and fair play to. I think they travelled really well. Actually, I think even on the commentary I heard, I think the commentators actually commented on the fans saying I think they're one of the biggest followings they've had at Yeovil this season. And I mean, it's no surprise to us. We sell out most away ends or travel extremely well, regardless the distance. But as you say, going all that way to, what potentially would have just been a 0-0. Like you say, it does make that journey back very hard. I mean, I did Torquay away a few seasons ago, and I think we lost 1-0 in the dying minutes. Literally, the last kick of the game they scored, and I'll tell you, driving home from Torquay after losing 1-0 in the 90th odd minute it's not nice. So, yeah, I know exactly how it can feel. So I'm sure a few beers would have been sunk that evening and making the journey back home a lot more enjoyable.
Yeah, so that keeps us in that playoff. I think there's quite a few points between us now. That top 7 are looking quite strong from the rest. We'll talk about a game coming up Saturday, but again, I think we could stick in there for a while. So we had the FA Trophy draw today. Truro at home. For a moment, I was getting a bit nervous actually because I was listening to the live draw and they called out Wildston at home against 17. We're 7. So I thought, no, not again. But thankfully, it wasn't us. So we got home draw for a change. We actually get a cup draw at home. Truro, are we happy with that? Finn? You are. I know why.
Mixed opinions, really. I guess it's what I will say is that I'm glad it's not away. I can't be bothered to Truro away in the cup,
not this time of year, no.
No, definitely not. But I think firstly it's a winnable game, which I think is good. It's a game that we definitely can win. It's not one of your Carlisles, Rochdales. It's not, no disrespect to Truro, but I don't think it's necessarily a challenging game. Obviously, they might surprise us. It's football, but on paper, it shouldn't really be too big of a test for us. So I think that's good. I mean, naturally, with the FA Trophy, I kind of opt to want to play away to a team that I haven't seen before. So get a new ground, maybe one near me. But I mean, it's a winnable game. It's a bit annoying that it's the team in our league, but it's all right. I mean, it's on my birthday, so I'm going to go
for it and
hopefully we win.
It is indeed. Emily, would you like another trip to Wembley?
I mean, based on what the last trip was like, obviously bar the result. There's such good days out for the fans. And I think I think that's really kind of kick-started us and spurred us on into this season, because we've now got a taste of what it was like, obviously going to Wembley, going up. I personally think it's the best way to get promoted out of any division by the playoffs. So I think having that kind of opportunity of going back to Wembley and living that again, and hopefully going one better in the cups as well, I think it's a perfect opportunity for Vars to get a bit of silverware under our belt and kickstart our season really from there.
It would be amazing, wouldn't it? Would be amazing. Yeah, we went on twice, didn't we? Lost both Blackpool and Wrexham, wasn't it? FA Trophy final. So maybe third time lucky. Charlie?
As you say, we're out of the FA Cup, but this gives us another prospect, as I say, of getting to Wembley. And, it's nice to have that home draw. Say I was dreading. I just thought the way our luck's going this season at the moment is going to be Broadstone away again. But luckily we've avoided that. And as you say, it's good to, it's a cup that we could probably really look at doing well in truth. Should be there or thereabouts, really push into the later stages of that competition. And it gives just, it's another competition where it gives us to, rotate our squad a bit. Some of those sort of fringe players at the moment that haven't sort of maybe had the minutes they wanted to have, it gives them a bit of more game time, which will only sort of benefit us as a squad, as we go deeper into the season. Looking forward to it.
Super. Okay, so what we got coming up, the halftime show, we've got ladies to talk to, obviously, about the game yesterday. The Academy played this week. We've got football memories from Charlie. He promised us last week. And we've got Josh Walker in Teammates, so don't go away.
This is the halftime show in memory of John Garrell.
Right, it's been a while since we've heard this. It's a slight little change, so have a little listen. Here we go.
It's the Southend Ladies with Emily and Katie.
Yeah, so 3-2 win yesterday against Tigers in the County Cup. Another 2 for Ellie Nichols, of course, and another one for Georgia Wilson. She's not scored for a while, so that's good. Is it going to be our season in the County Cup, do you think? I mean, we won it, a few years ago? I'm sure you remember that well, ladies.
Yeah, it was. I hope so. I mean, probably not the start in the league that we'd want. I think it's a perfect opportunity. Exactly the same as the men, to be honest. I mean, men are obviously looking for promotion, but I think it's a good opportunity for us as a club to really get a good cup run under our belt. I think especially like with everything that's been going on, I think it'd be good for us to have a good kind of cup run under our belt. I think the scoreline probably flatters them a little bit at 3-2. We're definitely the better team. In the first half, probably should have put the game to bed of probably 4 or 5-0. I think we had probably 90% of the possession. I think we just were not clinical enough in that final third. And I think, obviously, at all levels of football, if you're not clinical enough, it's going to come back to get you, and it ended up 2-2. Probably 10 minutes to go. And then Ellie Nichols, it was 1-goal, bicycle kick.
Yeah, I read that. Bicycle kick, was it?
Yeah, I mean, she'll
wow.
pat me in the back for saying that, but it was, probably, she was falling away from it just on the volley. So, yeah, great finish. I think we owe a lot of our success to her this season because she's really pulled out all the stops and got us out some deep ruts where we didn't need to be. So, yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, she's having a great season. Like you say, probably the league hasn't gone the way you want it to this season, but she's been quite consistent, Katie, hasn't she?
Yeah, she always has been. I think she makes it look so effortless as well. It's quite infuriating to watch, to be fair, because you're working so hard and she just looks like she can't be bothered, but really she's doing really well. She's a phenomenal player to have part of our team, and hold on to her for as long as we can.
Yeah, totally. So obviously a new manager is pending. No news on that. He or she will be really impressed with Ellie, I'm sure, and a few of the other girls.
Yeah, I think it's an opportunity for everyone to prove themselves. Almost a clean slate in a sense. So yeah, it should be announced soon. But whatever the future holds, I'm sure it's going to be positive because we've got good foundations to build on. So I think the only way is up, really.
So obviously you're at the defending end of the field. At the other end, there's a girl I want to mention, Sophie Stack, 2 assists yesterday. I mentioned her before. She looks a real promising young player. Great future for us, Em.
I think so. I think she's part of the community foundation that we've got. So she studies with the club. So she's young. She's got a lot of years ahead of her. A lot to learn. I think yesterday was probably the best game I've seen her have in a Southend shirt. Every time she got the ball, she went forward, and that's what we were screaming at her on the sides to do, because obviously we want to play to her strength. She's quick, she's agile, wanted her to attack obviously the fullbacks, get us up, get us forward. And her kind of last pass into the final third and her end product yesterday was excellent. So yeah, a lot of yesterday's result is all credit to her. As I said, best game I've seen her have for us. So hopefully it's a sign of things to come, because she's got the youth on her side. So I think having experienced players in and around her, I think will help her.
Let them do all the running, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
So have you had the draw for the next round yet?
Yes, it was announced today. I believe we either have. Oh,
it was Chelmsford or Toby.
So
I'd guess probably Chelmsford will end up
home or away.
Away.
Of course it is. Yeah.
Away. So I'd imagine it's probably Chelmsford, because I think Toby are either the division below us or the division below that.
Yeah.
But obviously, cup football, anything can happen. But I would imagine that.
Yeah, exactly. Anything can happen.
Probably end up
we owe
again.
We owe them.
We do. So they're still flying in the league. They're still banging the goals in. So I think, again, as I just said, cup football's everything. Be a really good opportunity for us to really go for the game, push forward, push them back, and hopefully with our injuries and stuff coming back, we're opening the squad up a little bit, a new manager coming in, fresh face. It's a real good opportunity to push up and just forget everything that's happened previous to start the season and move forward.
Yeah.
The
lay the foundations
as well, so hopefully we can carry on this little run we've had, and rather than have the Christmas break and then have to start again. Yeah, I think it's the 21st, that game, so quite close to Christmas, but
right.
Be good to get
wow,
it
that
in
is
before.
close.
Yeah, we've got a game on the 21st and then a game on the 4th of Jan, so we haven't really got any time off. But I'm not sure that's a bad thing.
Not so much turkey then in between.
Yeah, we'll have to watch what we eat at Christmas this year.
I'm still very much going to eat and drink whatever I want.
You can at the moment. Well, listen, how about this scenario? So we get to the County Cup final again. Katie puts in a great tackle, wins the ball, plays it up to Sophie Stack. Sophie Stack crosses it, lays it off to Ellie Nichols. Ellie Nichols puts it in the path of Pertz. On her return from injury, a comeback match, smashes the winner in last minute. What do you reckon?
It's fairy tale stuff, that, isn't it? that would really would be the dream. And to be honest, probably not that unlikely. I mean, we've always kind of built front to back. We've always kind of utilised our... always had quite quick wingers, always had really excellent finishers. Our defensive back line's always been really solid and just not scared to throw themselves in. So probably not the most unlikely of scenarios, but obviously we'll get there first. So
I'd love to see that.
A long way to go. So we talked about Sophie. What I mean, there's been quite a few new young players come in. Who else have we got that we need to look at?
I would say Jodie. Jodie's been incredible for us this season. She sort of almost got thrown in the deep end because we didn't really have a centre back. And she came in. She's also at the academy, so she got thrown in at centre back and sort of was like, just do your thing, and she's absolutely thrived. Yeah, she's saved us many occasions. Super quick, super strong. Yeah, great signing.
Good. So
as well, I think we probably mentioned her previously.
Who's that?
Zoe.
She's very good.
Yeah. Over recent weeks, and she hates me for calling her it, but I call her Horse because she's
Horse.
Well,
that's charming, isn't it?
And I say to her, "It doesn't offend you, does it, that I call you that?" And she said, "No, if anything, it's a compliment." So they call Declan Rice the Horse as well because he's just box to box, just unbelievable. And every time I say, "Oh, you're at Hull, how's your week been?" She's like, "Yeah, good."
I've played
She
with
loves it.
I've played with Zoe since we were like under 12s.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I've known Zoe for years, and she's not
Yeah.
changed. She's always worked that hard. She's always been that good.
Yeah.
She's, great talent.
She's also
Yeah,
done
another
her
great
ACL
player.
in previous years, so there
She
is
has,
still
yeah. She tore her ACL when she went to
wow.
uni. But yeah,
Wow,
no,
what is it with
fine.
you lot and ACLs?
I know.
Yeah.
Just injuries in
Hopefully that's
general,
the
I
end
think,
of
is
it.
our problem.
Not good, not
Yeah.
good. But a good win, anyway. Great win. So, yeah, we look forward to the next round, whoever it is, and they should watch out because, yeah, with Chelmsford, we owe you one, so we're coming for you. That'll be on the 21st, you said, yeah, 21st
Yeah,
of
I believe
December.
so. 21st of December, yeah.
Right, what a great Christmas present that would be.
Yeah.
So we will see. A few games before that. Who have you got next? You got a league game this weekend?
Yes, we have got. Oh,
Yeah, I felt got it here.
Brentwood,
Brentwood, that's it.
Brentwood away,
Yes.
I believe it is.
That's right,
It's
Brentwood
gonna be
away.
a tough game, challenging game. They're in flying form at the minute. They've got a striker that's just banging them in for fun. So, be a tough game.
So have we.
Yeah, very true. Tough game for us, but coming off the back of a win, I mean, like we said previously, you just want to play as soon as you can, don't you? So I think it'd be a good opportunity for us, and we need
Be a good test.
The challenge is if we want to stay and keep pushing in this league. So yeah, be good for us.
We have slightly bumped up the league because a team dropped out, so all the points that people had earned had been wiped, and we'd only played them. Yeah, we'd only played them once, whereas other teams hadn't. So I think we're now 7th, so we are better. But yeah, no, still not where we want to be, but better than where it was.
Something to aim for. Well, say the cup is a nice little sideline, so you know if we can keep going in that, it'd be great. And yeah, try and get up as far as we can in the league. And yeah, good luck to the new manager, whoever that is, when they come in, and we shall see. So the academy this week, I went along to watch that. The under-19s, they lost their first game of the season, home to Dartford. First goal was extremely fortunate, I've got to say. It was like a double deflection, went in the net. And the second goal was beginning the second half. They just kind of played through us, really. We didn't play that well, I'll be honest. Ronnie Jerusalem's out at the moment, injury. He's a big loss in the midfield. So, yeah, the boys seemed a bit starved up front, if I'm honest. It's not to say we didn't have chances. We had a couple of good chances. You know, they had a very, very good goalkeeper, very, very verbal, got to say. Quite a big lad as well. But yeah, we had some chances, but it just wasn't our day. Dadson came on late, had a late effort, but yeah, we just couldn't get one in. The under-17s, they won 3-2 away to Kings Lynn. Goals from Max McGovern, Joseph Princiotto. I've had to practice that. Princiotto Halls and Tom Telford, who's been in great form. Another goal for him. So well done to them. And the FA Youth Cup second round is coming up fast. This Thursday, I believe, Needham Market away, of course. And the winners of that, we already know, will have a home tie with either Dorking Wanderers or Swindon Town. So I'm sure they would love that. Charlie, what do you think of that draw?
Yeah, I didn't actually realise the draw had already been made, to be honest. So obviously, third round, you get some of the bigger sides come into it. I think a bit like the FA Cup, if I'm right. But I mean, Dorking obviously will probably be a winner, but I don't know what Swindon are like. I used to sort of live near Dorking, so I have sort of I'm a big fan of Mark White, so I've got a bit of a soft spot for Dorking when it comes to them. However, on this occasion, you know, if it is us that plays them, then obviously I'll be rooting for us for the win.
Well, I saw us play Dorking in the league early in the season, and we were far better side. So I would expect Swindon to probably win that one. That would definitely be an interesting tie. And the boys, I'm sure they would love to test themselves.
Did you say we at home or away? Did you say?
Yeah, home for a change. We've got a home draw.
Oh, right, okay, yeah. So it'll be the first time potentially this whole tournament, isn't it? It will be at home. Obviously, they've won.
Yeah.
Was it the last 3 away, 3-0? Was it? So you know, on the road, we know that they're very capable and quite convincing side, really. So obviously, they're away this Thursday, I think we said, wasn't it? So fingers crossed, you know, that form will continue onto Thursday evening, and then a favourable home draw, which hopefully will get plenty of people down to wherever it's going to be played at. and try and see if we can try and get them through as far as we possibly can.
Yeah, that would be great as well. Be great if the lads could get as far as they could. The ladies make the county cup. It could be the cup. Yeah, the first team, obviously, FA Trophy we talked about. Trip to Wembley. We won it all, don't we? We don't want much, do we? 1 out of 3 would be good, but yeah, we can get into a final at any of the levels would be absolutely fantastic. Right, we've got this next. You're primed, Charlie.
Football memories in it.
Right, fire away. What happened?
Right, I feel like this has been bigged up into something much, much more than it's ever going to be.
You'll have to lie.
But obviously over the course of yeah, I am. No, obviously over the course of the podcast that we've done, obviously Phil, you've mentioned various stories from your playing days and coaching days. And funny enough, it was something that was mentioned last week that Finn actually said. I think it was Finn you mentioned about filling in sort of last minute at left back or something along those lines.
That's
and
right.
it sparked a memory of when I played. And it was actually, I say when I played, I say retired. I'd stopped playing by this point. But I had a brother who played, a relatively good level, and he played for a Sunday league side. Anyway, we was out in the pub the Saturday evening, and we'd had a fair few beers and stuff and that. And my brother messaged me to say, just had a couple of people drop out. Would you be up for playing in the morning? And I turned around. Obviously, I've had a fair few beers at this point. I said, you know what? Yeah, I haven't played for a long time. Chuck me on the bench, and if you need me, I'll come out and give you 10 minutes, run around. I don't mind that. So I was like, yeah, no worries. I'll tell them you're available. And I'm like, yeah, well, just tell them that I'll play sub. Like I'm at a last minute. If you've got a bare 11, I'll just be your 12th man. I'm happy with that. Chuck me on near the end. Anyway, I said, look, let me think. Let me see. Don't give it 100%. Let me think about it, and I'll let you know. Anyway, get home. I get woken up about 8 o'clock in the morning by my brother. To say, come on then, we're off. Let's go. Wait, what? Because I pretty much forgot all about it at this point. And he said, yeah, football. I went, oh, Jesus Christ. I looked outside. It was miserable. It was muddy, rainy. It was just like the last thing you want to be doing on a Sunday morning, let alone when it was nice weather. So I was like, yeah, all right then. So I've got all my stuff together. We've driven to the ground, and it is just like a mud bath. Like it's horrendous. The pitch, it was just not appealing. Anyway, I said to her, I said, look, remember, tell your mates, yeah, like I'm not going to play. Like it's last minute. Yeah, no worries. Anyway, as we approach, one of the guys comes and goes, we haven't got a goalkeeper. So my brother, I used to play in goal. I was okay. I wasn't anything special. I was okay.
When you were sober,
and I played. Yeah, when I was sober. Yeah, not hungover. So my brother's played with me a couple of times and that, and so he said, "Oh, my brother's all right." So I'm sitting there thinking, "No." Like I said to my brother, "You play in goal, and I'll just sit on the bench. It's fine." My brother has told me, "No, it's fine. I'll sit on the bench. Charlie, you're in goal." So I'm like, you what? And my brother is like laughing. I'm like, you're fit as a fiddle. Like you play for this team week in, week out. You've dragged me out of bed at 8 o'clock in the morning and you've chucked me in goal. Like it was like the most unappealing like start to a game. So I've got these gloves on, and typically Sunday league, there was no warm up. I literally put the gloves on, stood in the middle of the goal, and I'm like, ready? And I was like, wait, there's no warm up, like no nothing. So I'm standing goal, and I think within. Oh, it was horrendous. Well, Sunday League anyway. Even if you're in goal, they're just pelting balls at you, aren't they, all day? You're just trying to, make sure one don't smash you in the face. So I'm standing there in goal, like soaking wet, like just half hungover, not looking forward, looking on the touchline to my brother who's absolutely wetting himself because he thinks it's the funniest thing ever. He knows full well what he's done and stitched me up. So I'm standing in goal, and I think within the first, and I'm not going to do myself any credit, okay, and I'm at full expect like absolute abuse for this. But within the first 30 seconds, the centre half passes the ball back to me. I absolutely shank this ball. I think it goes straight out for a throw in about 20 yards to my right. It was horrendous. And I thought, this is going to be the way this game goes. And in the end, I think every ball I went to catch just went through my fingers, under my legs. Like, it was one of them. It didn't matter what I did. This ball was just in the back. I spent more time in the back of the net getting a ball out than I did saving anything. My brother is wetting himself. His mate's like, who the hell have you booked to play in goal for us? My brother's looking like, he's normally good. And I went, I haven't played in about 5 years. In the end, I think I got called like Popadom hands. Like, it was, they said we'd be better off just not playing with a goalkeeper. It was just
I
one
take
of
you
them.
didn't get a clean sheet then.
No, my target at the end of it, I thought, just keep it under double figures. Keep it under double figures. Second half comes, I thought, surely they'll just sub me off. They'll have enough of me now and they'll choose someone else. No, they kept me in goal for the entire game. And it was one of them. It was just a long game where I was like, I need this game to finish. I'm not enjoying it. It is hell. The game felt like it lasted 2 weeks. Like, every shot, we were just bombarded. Now, I still stand and try and give myself some sort of credit and say the defence was absolutely woeful and they didn't block anything coming my way. But still, yes, there's probably saves that I should have made. But that was my last appearance. And funny enough, I didn't get another call-up. They didn't seem to want me again when they were short on keepers, which, I mean, the offer's still out there, guys. Red Lion FC, if you're short on a keeper on a Sunday morning, I'm still around.
There you go. Popadom Hams is...
there we go, yeah. But, yeah, no, it was shocking. But it wasn't one of my finest moments. But it was one that, just reminded me of Finn when you said, sort of thrown in at the deep end, and
so your phone is off now on a Sunday morning, I assume.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I've played since then, to be honest, and probably for a good reason. Definitely not in goal, that's for sure.
There's a reason why we stopped playing. There is a reason.
There is. No, there really is. There really is. Yeah, I mean, I found through my career, I started off as a striker, and found myself in goal. I just gradually worked my way back in the ranks. You find that your legs don't work as quick as they used to. So gradually you just go, I'll go into the centre of the midfield. Oh, no, actually, I'll go centre half. Now I'm just in goal. And eventually then you're not even in goal.
Keep getting further back, Well, here's teammates with someone who does know how to play football, thankfully. It's his teammates with Josh Walker.
Best and worst dresser. Best, I have to give it to myself. I'm being cocky, but me. Worst dresser, I have to give it to Leon. Best and worst trainer. Best trainer, I'll give it to Cav or Ralphie. Worst trainer, I don't think there's a worst trainer. No one had a training bad. Worst playlist. Well, there's only one person that plays music really. Well, it's Colin or Bus. I prefer Colin's music, so I'll say Bus. Team Joker, Colin. Who's always late, Keenan. Most intelligent, I'd say Morts. Who needs help? Maybe Leon. I'll give it to Leon. He pays the most attention to himself in the mirror. I'll say either Bridgie or Boise. Best training ground skills. Daz or Benno. Daz 100%. Benno's miles off it.
Yeah, a couple of standard answers there. Who is always late? Keenan, of course. I loved his answer about who's the best dressed. Well, me. There's a bit of confidence and cocky arrogance in there. And who's in the mirror. Funny enough, I was like I said, I went to see Zach play on Saturday. I'm good friends of his dad, so I sat with his dad and we had a good catch up. And he asked me, how's Boise getting on? He said, obviously Zach and Boise from Sheffield United, they've known each other since they were 4. So they've been mates sort of long time at Man City together. And he said, he loves the mirror, that boy. But funny enough, a lot of players have said that. Yeah, he does indeed. He does indeed. Charlie, obviously you haven't got the hair the boys he's got, but he's good looking. Can't blame him, can you?
No, I mean, I'm going for the upside down head kind of approach now. It's the only bit of hair I can grow is on my chin, and even that struggles. But yeah, he's not a bad. I think that's something that sort of crept into the dressing room over the years, in it. The men, moisturising and looking after themselves a bit more.
I know. What's wrong with men? Seriously.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong
Where's
with
the
a bit of
ringer?
self-care, is there? I guess.
Emily, who's always late for the ladies' team? I'm intrigued to know. We don't know this one.
Oh, it's hard. To be fair, we're pretty spot on. Not really a lot of people are late. It's more a training thing. If anyone's going to be late, it'll be a training thing because of work commitments. But to be fair, yeah, I don't actually reckon. What do you think, Katie? I wouldn't say anyone is really. You're on mute, mate.
You're on mute, Katie.
Sorry.
She'll learn quickly.
Yeah. I'd say probably this season Sky, but she works Sunday morning, so she comes straight from work. So it
that's
just
fair
depends
enough.
whether she gets away. No, I'd say pretty much we are okay. It's just if people have got work commitments or traffic, because getting down to Garran sometimes on a Sunday is a pain in the bum.
And who's the jokers? We know obviously Molly's a bit of a character.
I'm funny. I'm going to put it out there. I'm funny. People find me funny. I mean, I might get hate for that. I'll probably get ripped for that on Wednesday. But yeah, no, Molly's big personality. Good to have in the dressing room.
Not the horse.
Nah. To be fair, Horse is coming into herself. But that's why I thought you had a bit of friendly banter. We'll bring her out of her shell a little bit, but yeah, we've got some big personalities, which is so good for kind of team morale, team bonding, and kind of moving forward. So yeah.
When Ellie wants to be as well, she can be quite funny. She comes across really shy, but once you know her quite well, she comes out with some good one-liners.
But she's too busy scoring goals, isn't she?
Yeah,
Ellie got time for jokes.
What Ellie does say is funny. She doesn't. Yeah. She's very few words, our Ellie, but what she says is great laugh.
Right, up next, Altrincham at home. Finn, let's come to you. You've been a bit quiet. They got a 2-1 win against Brackley at home on Saturday. Looking at them, currently 13th in the league. Scored 22 against 26. They're on a bit of a winning run, albeit against Brackley, Truro and Sutton. But as we said before, winning breeds confidence. It's not going to be a straightforward game again, is it, at Roots Hall?
No, I don't think it is. I think it's going to be a big test for Altrincham, to be honest, firstly, because they've got a new manager in relatively recently. So, pretty recently. So, and that's been, he's had a great start with some great wins. But I think if you look at Altrincham's next games, it's so Southend, Scunthorpe, because I was talking to Luke Walsh on his podcast earlier about this, and they've got Southend, Scunthorpe, Rochdale, I want to say, and I think Aldershot as well. So definitely 3 out of those next 4 games to them are going to be really tough. So it'll be a good test for their new manager to see, just how good he is and how good of a fit he is for Altrincham. But from our perspective, I think it's also a big game for us because obviously just come off that kind of 3-game slump, if you like, where not winning games, and we've just got to win. So it's important to see what we do now. Do we return to kind of that poor run of form that we had, or do we push on? So yeah, I don't think it's going to be a straightforward game. They're on a good run of form, as I said. Good new manager who I think's getting the best out of their players, which is what they've been crying out for a while, I think. But yeah, I think I'm positive.
Do we think Slavy's going to be fit enough to start? I mean, that will be your choosing, surely, wouldn't it? If he's fit, yeah. Dallas and Slavy.
Yeah, I think if he's fit, that's kind of the no-brainer. No disrespect to the other forwards, but I think those are our 2 strongest forwards. Not including Kendall, but obviously he won't be fit for the game.
Yeah, I think he's still got a while, hasn't he?
Yeah. It's a shame with Kendall because it feels like he always gets these injuries that at first don't really seem too bad, and then it keeps him out for ages. It just seems like one of those kind of injuries. It's quite annoying, but yeah, I think when they're not including Kendall, I think Spazov and Dallas are clearly probably our best 2 strikers, and I think Walker is brilliant off the bench. Yeah, I think that's what I'd go for is Spazov and Dallas, but personally, I'd like to see Keane and Leon given a go together because I think we've seen them individually start quite a lot and stuff. But I'll be interested to see what happens if we start them together in the same team, and then you can maybe have more of a
good
defensive
shout.
player or someone like Coca or something in that midfield to add a bit of balance. But that's personally what I'd like to see is Leon and Keenan together, because I think they complement each other really well, and they're both attacking, creative, and direct. But as I said earlier, I think Keenan is very underrated defensively. I think he gets really stuck in, and don't let his height fool you. He is one of our toughest midfielders.
Oh, he's got a great leap, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. He jumps so high. He's winning headers against everyone.
Charlie, well, why do you think Leon doesn't get so many starts for us? I mean, he is very effective quite often when he comes on, but he doesn't tend to start too many games, does he?
No, I mean, I think there's probably a couple of reasons, really. You've got obviously the depth in squad, especially I think our midfield is probably our most toughest part to pick from. You've got a real core bunch of players there that you're trying to get the right balance, and it's trying to obviously you've got to weigh up who it is we're playing as to who you think best suits that team. I think maybe the beginning of the season, I think maybe there was just some of his decision making at certain points, I think, may have let him down a bit at crucial moments. And I think Kevin come out and said, like, it's just these couple of moments he needs to get that final decision, make that pass a little bit earlier, or take that man on. And I think now he's starting to find his way in the team a bit, knows what his role is. And he's similar to Walker, isn't he, in terms of he makes a real impact when he does come on. Like the amount of times you see him like driving down that line and then cutting across the touch line into the box, he sort of just whistles past players and dinks a ball into the 6-yard box, and you're finding now he's starting to open up a bit more, and he's getting shots away, and I don't think it will be long before we see a few more goals off of Leon as well. But I think he's just someone. He's just got to be a little bit patient, I think, and when his moment does come, grab it with both hands, and because on his day, he's a real talent, a real threat, and a really creative player. Like Finn said, alongside Keenan, the two of them could really, be really attacking minded. And like Finn says, maybe it needs someone like a Cav just to sort of shore it up defensively, to give them that freedom to push on. And obviously we've got with that Boys and
Gussie,
us on the other side. Obviously going forward, there's a real strength, in attack, and I don't think we're really that far off from a really good performance and an accomplished team. I mean, there's talk we're probably one or two players away from really competing at that top end. Your likes of your Carlisle, your Yorks. That we're not a million miles off of it, but if we can still get a tune out of the players we've got and the impacts they're making, then we won't have too much to worry about.
No. Well, let's get some predictions. Blimey. Who are we going to start? Let's start with Finn.
Yeah, well, just one thing on what Charlie said, just before I give a prediction. I think I do sometimes wonder if, obviously we've got so many players in midfield, but I do wonder if Keenan and Leon, if we play them together, if maybe we just need, if we're thinking signings-wise, maybe just one holding midfielder just behind them. I just wonder if that's maybe what we need in that midfield. But yeah, prediction-wise, I'm going to go positive. Yeah, I'm thinking a 2-0 win. I think a 2-0 win. I don't think it'll be easy, but I could see maybe 2 late goals again. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be an easy game, but I think it's a big test for a new manager. I'm gonna go with a 2-0 win. I'm gonna say Keenan to get both goals. Why not?
Oh, that's a good shout. Get a bit of money on that.
Yep.
Emily, can you better that?
I was going to say 2-1. I think there'll be goals in the game. I think going forward we probably are just a little bit better than them. But I think we might have so much of the ball that maybe we probably aren't expecting them to come forward with the odd attack, with the counter attack. We might just fall asleep. So 2-1 for me. I'm going to go.
Well, James Gale's the lad to watch. He scored 5 in 17, I think, which is not great, but he got 2 in the last, so he'll be a bit confident, one to watch out for. So 2-1 from Katie. From Emily. Katie, what are you going to go for?
Well, I don't want to. I wasn't copying you. I was going to go 2-1 as well, Emily. But maybe 2-1, 2-2. Maybe I feel like you say, could be a few goals. Yeah, I'm not
Big
sure. I think
shout.
it will be a tough game. I think it's just who turns up on the day.
Yeah. Charlie.
Yeah, I'm going to go for a win as well. I'm actually going to go a 3-1 win. I think there's going to be some goals. I think there'll be a game where we will, make these chances count. Just law of averages. You put enough balls in these boxes, sooner or later, we are going to, be clinical. And I think, Saturday is a real chance to prove that.
Well, I'm not going to give them a goal. I'm going to go 3-0. I'm going to go positive as well. I think Dallas is due one. He needs to score. Slavy will keep that record up. And Oli Coker, it's about time. Oli Coker for the winner. Smash one in from 30 yards. We'll see. We're destined for a 0-0, aren't we? The way we're all talking it up. Hopefully not. 3-0 I'm going for.
It's my first game.
We don't play many 0-0s, do we? So
no, we don't actually.
No, it's my first game since the 25th that I'm going to. So fingers crossed we get a win.
What was the last game you were at, Finn?
The Brackley game.
So the late surge.
The last 4. It's been away on holiday and.
Yeah, I know. I've been living it up with Goofy and that, hasn't he?
I know, yeah.
And Pluto, yeah.
Pluto, not Goofy. Pluto.
Oh yeah, I know. You promised us Goofy, and you couldn't find him. You ended up with Pluto, wasn't it?
That's right. Yeah. I have to go back.
Yeah. Right. Well, we're all going for a win, so that's positive. So we shall see how we end up with. Right. What we got next week? We've got reaction, obviously, from Altrincham from that 3-0 win. We've also got Match of the Dames coming to Roots Hall. So we're going to be, we've got an interview with them. We're going to be talking to those. Have a great week and we will see you Saturday. So thanks to our co-hosts, Finn, Charlie, Pertz and Katie on your debut. Have you enjoyed your debut?
I have, thank you, yes.
Good. She's not got booked, so that's good.
You're not getting rid of me yet.
Yeah, well, she's booked for next week. Yeah, booked for next week.
Yeah.
That's good. Thank you all, guys. Thank you to our sponsors, Surgical Holdings, and our listeners. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Up the Shrimpers.